Hello, Thug. Kappa. It looks bad. The level we're making, it looks terrible. Do pinball levels just look terrible always? Is that the big secret here?
Yeah.
It's just disgusting, no?
Yeah.
We have to figure out why this looks so awful and make it look good. I don't even want to look at that part. It makes me barf. Hello, funny is funnier. Is the boss menu? It's pretty good. This level just makes me profoundly unhappy to be in.
Yeah.
Why does my level not look like this? This is nice. I like this. This is I have seen the Sonic Heroes Casino level. Think about that. So we have two main colors here. It's the green and the gold. We can make the gold happen. And we can make the green happen. But then what's the third color we do? I don't want to just puke a rainbow over it. I think that's not good. We could try a gold, green, and blue palette. Like, what if we had around this area here for the background? And we had something around here for the actual stage. And then we had lights on the stage that were in this range here. It's gonna be your eyes to see the colors that pop. It's green and gold. Didn't change my opinion of this at all. I think that's the. I think that might be the way. We need to accept that we need to make some drastic changes. Why don't you just prompt ChatGPT and say, make me a Marcy Ceramic, then all openings will not see the base and the frame notes characters from my cover. My confidence in ChatGPT is lower than yours. This needs to change a little bit, I think. Let me think about this right now. It's just color multiplied by 2. I don't think a black background is the ideal here. Check alpha and 0 at the top. So it looks like that. Okay. I think what we do is this. That's primitive color. Let's go smaller. Primitive color goes to that fucked up green that we saw. Shade color goes to goldenish. Let's see how this feels. Oh my god, it's writing me. I'm gonna write a new color and use that. Good idea. Okay, how did I get these colors? What? Wait, what? Why is there a full rainbow here? Where did that come from? Huh? Is it? Oh, I orange and alpha. Let's see. Try that again. I kinda don't hate the rainbow here. Maybe the rainbow works after all. You just copy Mario Kart 8's color palette here. I think it's the black near black that's killing it. The only notes I see with black in them are black.
Yeah.
I think you may be right. I'm gonna try to recreate the rainbow road colors first of all, and then we can look into what else we can do here realistically. Any OST wishes today? Watching your older vids recently and calculate how much the game has changed. Keep doing you. I am glad you're liking the progress. Polish music hits. Okay. You were the first who were listening to Polish music hits. This is the first recommendation. This is way too loud. Metroid Prime too late, we're listening to Polish music hits. I'm sorry. That's not the one.
Moja dziewczyna patrzy często w oczy me i nie ukrywam, sprawia to przyjemność. Jak ją kocham, tylko moje serce wie. Gdy mnie całuje, oddałbym nie jedno. Jej ramiona ukojeniem dla mnie są.
Let's get a vibe check on this one.
Czuję, jak smakuje miłość i każdą chwilę pragnę ofiarować, bo jest tego.
Oh wait, this was the first result, it's so funny. Why?
Let's go!
That's the wrong level. You know what, it doesn't look good, but at least the colors don't make me want to puke anymore. Hello, Belarus. Guess it is made out of polygons. Robot circle this size doesn't really look good usually. I think I hate this less than what we had before, which is a little bit crazy. Is this Polish? I don't think this is Polish. Polski Hitty 2025, najlepski polski remixy, nowe wydanie, najlepski polski piosenki, sure.
Ona mi dała całe serce, a ja chcę jeszcze więcej, a ja chcę jeszcze więcej. Ona mi dała całe serce, a ja chcę jeszcze więcej, a ja chcę jeszcze więcej.
Why isn't it changed smooth?
Co wczoraj się zdało,
Didn't change smooth
spotkałem
yet?
się z nią samą i strzelił do mnie amor.
Any question?
Twoja się rusza i zarzuca włosy, ona to burza, co przychodzi w nocy. Hipnotyzują mnie i kocie oczy, zawita skóra i cudowny dotyk. Ona mi dała całe serce, a ja chcę jeszcze więcej, a ja chcę jeszcze więcej. Ona mi dała całe serce, a ja chcę jeszcze więcej, a ja chcę jeszcze więcej. Ona mi dała całe serce,
This kinda sucks, to be honest.
a ja chcę jeszcze więcej. Ona mi dała całe serce.
This sucks. I want something else, man. Your Polish Bangers playlist? Yeah, it was Sunny's idea. In Polish spelling was some. Yeah, I mean I'm multilingual, right? Hello, Biobag. We're trying to figure out why this level looks like ass. This is what we had at the start of the stream, and I decided let's do this instead. Maybe this will save me. But do I just copy the color scheme 1-to-1? I don't know. I really don't know what I want to do here. Do we just puke rainbows over the entire thing? This is giving me something bad. Disco Polo. Sure, Disco Polo. No, never mind. It already starts. Terrible. Best Polish Music 2020. Why is it all this bong 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 bong? Little bit kurva. Let's do kurva. Fuck it. I know that's an insult. Why do you want to make it look like rainbow? I don't want to make it look like anything. At this point, I've given up on making it look like anything. I just want it to not look like shit. A2 from Mario. Do you mean Mario World? Or 3D World?
Fine. You'll find Green Star number 1 or Bitty Buds ahead.
What are we talking about? Space Cadet? You're trolling me. He's trolling me. Yes, I can use the shader here. I want to be trolling because I did that at Last Impact. This is passable, but I think the cars are still not good. Doesn't even look good.
What up?
Hi.
But
so
I
we're
do
just
see a
a couple
pipe
friends
here, so-
calling to see if we can buy MDMA.
Yeah, as long as you can pay.
Okay, I need like a proper OST. Fuck it, Metroid Prime. Like it was asked. Yeah, I can't do this. This is not good. Sonic Galactic? It does look kinda nice. In all 1950. Not quite what I had in mind. You're right, Bioback. I do need to make it look like a pinball machine. The problem I have is I can't find a color scheme for it. Right, I had this before and this just fucking sucked. Or is your idea like you take color elements from this, like this part here, or the lines? I can see that. Okay, so maybe the idea is not to take Space Cadet, but rather take the stage elements from Space Cadet and rearrange them in a way. Okay, that actually makes a lot more sense, and I should have understood you that way from the get-go. But I feel hesitation trying to rip off Space Cadet that much. Because, like, it feels very, like, taking you out of the experience to just be like, hey, remember 1995 pinball? Not ripping off, it's a reference. You make a somewhat fair point. I'm checking with the one pinball. I looked at that too. Just earlier. Space Cooper that. It's honestly kind of fair. I don't like that this is against black. Let me think about this. We are red and dark blue. Would it be like... It would still be green in the background, right? Amazingly drives is a dark blue color and neon highlights. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think my background is still too bright. Yeah, so this is green, but it's not green to a point where you actually identify this as green. This is only green to a point where it makes the not green pop more, which is what I wanted. Alright, fuck it, let's try to theme this after Space Cadet pinball. So, I'm thinking the first part where you go in here should be stylized after this part here. With these speed lines. I don't really see the possibility for neon lights here though, to be honest. But let's see what we can do. Space, like, maybe you can take some cues from the Mara. Oh, maybe. And we also don't have to take it exactly, right? We could just take something like this. Cave it in a little bit. Wait, that's not gonna work. Let's shape here. Bro, there has to be like one texture I have that actually is a decent resolution that looks like that. Guardrail curve, thank you. I didn't need to do all that just to generate this. Hello, hacker. It has indeed been a while. Welcome to the stream. Something like that, what we were thinking, I guess. Oh, that's actually not bad. Okay, and then the question though is, what the hell's up with this neon here? Or do we go like the opposite color? Like this like golden? I think that's got something. Nah, that looks like plastic. I haven't watched the Mario movie. Do I need to? I kind of don't want to watch it. Yes, it is. Oh no, I have to? Looking for the first action of the level to kick you and give you big speed like the explorer would help you do solid fast and improve the feel. Yeah? I think you're right. So we need to remake this section here too. We can do that next. It is cool? Really? I am surprised to hear that. I thought it was just gonna be reference slop. It's a 90-minute TikTok full of reference, but they are nice. Oh no.
Yahoo! Yeah! Yeah!
Okay, banger idea. How about this? With the whole movie doing this? It's Mario! There are 64 references? Dang, I guess I have to see it now. think it's a length color, not a color. The colors are just important. You wanted a pro design, you may find helpful in this cover of nights. I was once in an to stream. Oh, you're already way late. Already changed the colors a lot. So we're gonna have to make the player start with like a lot of speed here instead. Oh. It's not the whole point screen, but... I think the reflectiveness on the floor here does a lot. And it has the wrong... here. I think the beginning is okay now. Do we still think green for the night sky is okay? See, for me, fight scenes don't do anything. The visual spectacle is just lost on me completely. I was watching the One Piece live action, and all the fight scenes, I'm just, oh my god, please stop wasting my time with this. It's actually a lot more orange and space colored, also desaturated. We don't need a 1-to-1. I still think it's pretty ugly. What if we made those buildings yellow? What if we used yellow as the antagonist color? I press B to roll on the ball and go faster than a grind rail boost. I don't think I want to hit the mechanic. Is the live action bad? So what they did with the live action is interesting because the entire story and everything is a lot better than the normal One Piece. But the live action scenes simply do not translate well to 3D at all. I will say though, I've never watched the anime, I've only read the manga. Degrees 5 times, 10 times mirror degrees, whatever, right? Is it a circle? What are you talking about? Decoin with normals. I don't think you understand how the coin is spelled. It does kinda sound like who wants to be a millionaire. I mean, obviously these buildings aren't there in space edit. So do we keep them? What do we do with them? I feel like without the buildings it will look a little barren. I have never watched the Lucas Link. I'm not aware of this TV show. I don't understand Wheel of Fortune, guys. I watched it, the people there just spinning the wheel and buying letters, and somehow buying letters makes them money. Huh? I tried watching One Piece, and I got relatively far. I watched it with Zainab. But like, the way the anime is drawn is like, clearly you're meant to watch this whole show with your cock in hand, and I'm watching this with my wife. It's not a pleasant situation. No, if we don't scale it, it's gonna be too difficult to do. Okay. I'm still not 100% convinced on the visuals of this. What did you send me here? Okay, we're not watching that. I mean, this is not looking passable to me. I still don't think it looks great. But like, at least the individual snapshots aren't making me puke. I can actually just let go of the stick here and Mara does this automatically. I don't like the buildings. I think the buildings look really bad. Maybe a better vision for the buildings is for them to be just at the bottom. And smaller. A lot of these old TV shows are kind of bangers though, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I remember watching that with my parents. And I liked it. Have you guys ever watched Jeopardy? Jeopardy is so unwatchable. Don't you mean time missions and there are bumpers and outrights? I think not. I think it's fine the way it is. I agree, Sonny. I did try to stick to a few colors before, which was just the blue range and the purple range. But it really looked disgusting. I think it was because there was too much black in it still. The smaller buildings are a lot better though. I don't hate these nearly as much. I think there should be more buildings. But do you like Jeopardy? It's so dry. I actually get depressed watching Jeopardy. And not just that. There's also this thing where I don't know why they do it, but they make you instead of making you say the answer, you have to say what is, and then you have to say the answer every single time. That's such a superfluous mechanic. Bad game design, in my opinion. Hello, Diondra. So I think let's see my fish is there. I think this could generally work though. What do you think? This amount of buildings? That's true, Bioback. I don't think I ever watched Very Smith in the 5th grade. Does it make sense, Grandma's? Yeah. Also, like... If they'll show you a prompt like, the game Shigeru Miyamoto designed in 1996. And then the answer is like, what is Mario 64? And it's like, that's how you would explain what Mario 64 is to someone? You're fucking psycho. The game in which Mario spins Bowser by his tail. What is Mario 64? Yeah, sure. Go out and explain Mario 64 like that to someone, I dare you. They're gonna make what? No, White Pilot. Oh my god, it's you again. We don't have cheeseburger here, but we do have extra slightly triple gooey fucked cheese monster if you want. It's a burger with cheese in it. White Pilot, every time you ask, I'm gonna delay it by another day. They say what is because they don't have questions, they are given answers. I know, but the question that's useless, man. They are. This is the thing. They are not given answers. They are given references, and then you have to be like, do you get the reference? And then after you get the reference, you have to say what is, and then the reference. Now, if it worked differently, let's say they showed you a prompt and the prompt said blue, and you could be like, what is the color of the sky? Or what is the color opposite of orange? Like, I'd be fine with that. I think that could be a fun game, right? But no, they are like, here's this very specific thing and we're looking for one exact answer. And you have to say what is and then the answer. Let's try making the buildings the same color as the backgrounds. How do they do it here? Oh, they're just engulfed in the shine. Okay, I think my issue is that there's like a rainbow in here, and there shouldn't be. What do you think of that? Yeah, Streitziger kinda. What's up, Crumple? I don't think I have the combiner space to make this work. Do I? No. White Pilot, am I mixing up who you are? Wasn't there a guy called White Pilot in the Mars 64 hacking scene like eons ago? Why is this red? I'm clearly adding blue to this. Orange? You know what? No GIMP file. No GIMP file. This one's first. No matter what you put after your name and anyone, you can be specifically true. No sleepy Evie. I think this could be a little bit better. Kinda need to randomize the UVs here. How do I change what I pick again? Oh my god, there's so many. I should have made a Blender script to randomize this. Whatever. Let's have a look. As I had a foreground texture with multiple layers, stitching parallax effect, like various platforms that hold the camera at different speeds. Yes. Okay, I hate this significantly less. The buildings look a lot better now. No, I think they should not be like that still. I need to make one more change. What levels? There's actually more than that. There's a problem with this, and that is that it's moving so much that you can't tell it's like which direction it's scrolling. Which I do not like. Yeah, that's just temporary ZFA issues. Nothing to worry about. Okay, nice, nice. I think also making the buildings the same color as the background helps a lot. Or maybe we can make fancy. Background is just being lit. Something like that, maybe. Why is this not receiving that? In Last Impact, a lot of the level themes came from dreams. In this one, I don't think as much. Maybe a few. I have not been watching the New Boys episode. We usually used to watch it during dinner, but obviously with the baby, not a good show to watch with the baby. I imagine it's absolutely horrendous though. Am I right in that guess? Actually pretty nice. No way, man. Bro, he's on a trolling streak today. He's just saying the opposite of whatever I'm guessing every single time, no matter what I'm guessing. At least, like... Okay, maybe this is not, like, the woke, ascended media literacy take here, but, like... When you watch a show, and the show breaks the rules of its own universe, like, even if it is for story reasons, I hate it. It ruins the immersion for me. And I know that the last season did that a lot, where it's like, oh, I guess Homelander is temporarily stupid and is not using his abilities, and the boys get away. Like, is that solved at least? Is that still a thing that happens constantly? rid of being an issue in the previous. Really? I remember there was like one thing where Huey was running away in some shaft, and Homelander was just lasering behind him over and over instead of just killing him. Like, genuinely, why doesn't Homelander just kill him? Genuinely, what's stopping him? Nothing. And it was for reputation reasons, now it's because he's on V half the time. Oh my god. But no, in season 4 there was definitely mechanical situations where I could have just killed him and just didn't do it. Also, I miss Soldier Boy. I actually agree with Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy was my boy. Does anything actually happen in season 5? Like, okay, surely there's stuff happening, but like, does it affect? Can I skip season 5 and not miss anything? Because I feel like I could probably skip season 4 and not really miss anything. How much Huey torture porn is in this season? Oh, it's much. Okay. Maybe it's actually a banger then. Oh no, I just realized I fucked up all the UV maps. Fuck. That's why it didn't look right. Alright, let's look at more space cadets. So I like the blue here, kinda. It doesn't feel like it would contrast very well with our purple here. Maybe green background is actually a mistake, now that I think about it. If we want the yellow to be the super contrasty color, then maybe the background should... Let me look at my HSV wheel. So we have the red and 2 purple to blue range here on the board. And then yellow is the... well, I guess we can't quite go to red. We have to stay in this range here. And then this is the super contrasty color. And then green kinda is like a 4th color that just comes in. I guess that's fine. Is it? I have like 0 talent for colors for 3D modeling. We'll just make this blue and check the vibe, I guess. Does it feel good when this is blue or not? I mean, I would almost say that this is acceptable now. I think this should be all yellow instead of the orange there. The houses seem to look nice. The blue doesn't make me depressed, at least, so that's good. I mean, what I'm spotting there is still hideous. I think this might be too evil. Let's keep it simple since that's the slow path. That's detailed enough, but the colors are important. Huh. I'm glad you think that way. I'm still somehow not convinced. It's obviously just ass now. This just looks like Play-Doh. Can't stand this specifically. I think I might just take Bioback up on the offer of just letting him figure out the rest of the visuals. I think with the city existing and being okay, I think I can now see hope for this level. Let's do the gameplay design here, or the gameplay programming. There's only really two things missing for the gameplay. The first is when you land here, it just shoots you forward. Actually, that's one more idea I want to put in here before I say Biomech take the wheel, and that is the flame decal. I think adding a flame decal here is super cool. An idea I had earlier. Make the big open area sloped a lot less, like this part here. Let's remember that idea. Flattening it a little bit seems reasonable to me. Flattening it completely is maybe a little bit far. Which I think that is what you want anyway. I just wanted to put this idea here because it's cool as hell. Where did I go wrong here? Okay, let's see. Reducing the coverage of this is reasonable. Probably something like that. I think we can do this. Gives you a little bit of what you wanted. Not the full thing. This might just be too much, because this just... it breaks the section down here. Although I guess I can move some of this up a little bit. 0.65. Let's do that. Then, well, I guess I can move this whole thing down a little bit. This whole thing, without really affecting anything. And then I need to move this whole section up just a little bit. $250 is not enough. 500, maybe. Maybe this is fine. And then this here, like 1,000. Let's check it out. The tendonitis in my hand is killing me. Any tips for an interview with Unreal Engine 5 Game Studio? Do you know other games they're making?
Yeah.
What do you really need to know in Unreal Engine? I guess you need to know object-oriented programming. C++ would help. You know Blueprints, that helps. Blueprints is just... Blueprints is self-explanatory. You don't need to know Blueprints to be able to do Blueprints. If you can use Unreal Insights and the trace thing, I think that helps a lot. If you're familiar with that. There are a lot of GDC talks by this one person about Unreal Insights. I think if you watch some of those beforehand, you're gonna be very well equipped. Yeah, okay, I prefer this gentler slope as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Vancouver in Germany. That's oddly specific. Why those two places? Is that Skylab studio, the Minecraft one? I'd use Click Team Visual Programming 2024 because you didn't know how to program, and now you're making hacks. Let's see. Yeah. Programming is one of those things where you just start and it just works out. Alright, let's program the rest of the gameplay here. First of all, why is this ball consistently pointing the wrong direction? Alright, this might be important. Never mind. It's not. It's not something north facing though. What if I rotate this an extra 90 degrees? What happens then? Yeah, the purpose of these visual programming languages is not to be easier, it's to have a lower barrier of entry. Right, so as soon as you actually know what you're doing, there's going to be a lot more restrictions on you, or you will feel a lot more restrictions from this visual programming language compared to just programming in C. But if you've never touched either one before, it's going to be much more approachable to do like a visual language like that. It's using the face angle here. Interesting. It must be doing it somehow. I actually don't know anything about clicking, so I don't know. What the fuck? That's the opposite direction. Oh wait, because it's... Okay, then how does the forward well ever get larger than 1? Really? We get 4 velocities from something, and I don't know what. Could it be because we're on a slope? And because we're on a slope, it already gets us velocity before we ever moved? Oh, this is only during action 2. Yeah, you see that? You see how it starts with velocity? Why does it have velocity at the beginning? Huh? As it's falling. There we go. Next, you just need the pinball launcher. Don't ask why I'm making a giant toilet paper roll. It's for a good cause. Very Galaxy, I think that makes toward the end. Yes, that's the other plan. That is 100% planned. I 100% agree with you. I just have not had time yet to do that. Hello Zemus, welcome to the stream. That's kind of what a pinball bumper looks like, right? Like at the start. What do you call it? Is this your first time being in chat, Zelda? Those have been the rules forever. This looks cool as hell. The plunger? Is that what they're calling it? Oh, this is what I want. Hello, Mr. Mo. Welcome to the stream. Operating as a use Windows Vista. Is it French? Vista? Get it? Oui. That was a good one. You guys cannot laugh and laugh. Funniest German I've seen. Thank you, thank you. You're German. Nice. I guess I am funnier than you then, according to yourself. So, I'm a comedy man. There's no way he left right when I dropped that bang of a line. No way. I mean, whether you should move out of Germany or not depends on whether you're poor or old or neither of those two. Because if you're poor or old, I think living in Germany is pretty good. If not, then like, yeah, you're kind of fucked. elaborate? Because, like, Germany is a very socialist state, and like, you only benefit from the system if you are needy in a way. Aside from that, like, Germany is kind of a hellhole. Like, people are very unfriendly. Everyone's in a bad mood. There's so much bureaucracy. Let's see how this feels. Well, it's not that easy to move out of Germany either, I think. Right? Like, where can you actually just move? Okay, that didn't work at all. Why did it not stop moving? That's a little weird, no? Weird. What up, K9? Doc? What up, Doc? Okay. Doesn't really make any sense, but... Okay, I think this has a job to it. Obviously we need to fix the visual bug. And we need to figure out why the thing is like that. Why is it not coming out? Should we do the tester? Oh, that's cool, Sonny. That's cool you're learning assembly. Assembly is very difficult compared to like C programming. And my wrist is getting really bad. Need to take a vacation for my wrist or something. Let's see what this is actually doing if it works. Wait, compute valid move is nonsense. Okay, nice. It's almost there. Needs to be slightly forward and maybe slightly bigger. Just remove. Oh. I'm not sure how. What was the difficulty with adding parallel camera to B51 in the first place, I guess, is the question that I have. Okay, that's cool. That was a very good idea by Bioback. Yeah. Yeah, I think I no longer hate this level completely, which is good. And then we need a hole at the end to just put the ball into. Or something that takes the ball. Do we want to just copy the thing from Mario Galaxy? I guess a hole for a ball makes the most sense. That's what usually every video game ever does. Here's what the game is set up to. I think it's fine. Yeah, let's go out 200. Like it is with most situations here. Oh, we need to make Mario jump off. I think we do. What does this do? A bird hatches. Tells itself. No backflip. Okay, let's just see what happens. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, right. The pinball launcher. Hello, Vitar. Okay. I think that mostly works. But I would like some adjustments to this. First of all, the height it spawns at I don't like. The size of the hole is way too big. Hello, Gasparino 1969. Yeah, this is how we do it with the Maybe Bird as well, where Mario just ejects from the star. This looks very stupid. I'm so sure we are using the backflip. Oh. Did I export this? Let me just make sure. Oh, it automatically highlights the area after exporting. That's what's confusing me all the time. It's a pinball site level. Oh yeah, my card game randomly changed a few days ago, B-Dark. I don't know what it is now. Just kinda randomly changed. Cool. The old opacity doing anything but opacity. True. I love this variable, I use it all the time. Doing C++ Runner Engine, that's the most you could. You're doing a uni course on Unreal Engine? Or are you doing like a game design course on Unreal Engine? It's just randomly what you happen to be using. How does this work? I might not even. Wait, no, holy J-Pot, I wouldn't be 0. Whatever, let's try this, see what happens if the start doesn't crash. Are you doing game design in uni? Okay. What the hell? Is using the opacity not a good idea? The opacity is set to 1 here for some reason. Interesting. I guess that's fair, actually. Okay, we need timing for this. We need a proper crash rock instead of this Project 64 unhandled exception bullshit. YouTube delay is always been pretty bad. There we go. Let's see. AC is what player? We're warping the player? Respawn at bird? Why were you trying to respawn at the bird? Oh, I see. I see. That should work a little bit better. Hey. Yeah, the fact I have to get so close is jank as hell. Let's try this. That's a little better. I said I should scale the speed the boss moving quite a more slow, but I was also so little. I agree. Sound polishing is still that'll be like a second pass, which why I've extended the visuals to sound. The thing about sound is that sound takes a lot of storage, so we can leave most of the game done before we get to audio stuff. We're already at 63.2 megabytes actually, but they recently Pixel did some cool backend implement here. So let's save a little bit of performance and get us around 0.3 megabytes of ROM back. So then we'll have just over a megabyte of free space left. I think we did about what we could do on this for now. In my opinion, the game plays easily already now. Virgin and Frog right now for glass and research environments. Blitz. Some of us used to use it, others love it. It's super slow and sluggish, and obviously the performance is terrible. So I think it's a very, very bad program, but there is not a bad alternative out there. You know how, like, in American elections, you have the choice between shit and garbage? You kind of get the same choice with game engines. This feels a lot better without the steep inside the middle, so it's a good change. Okay. Maybe this should be wider. Maybe it's not fun to go slow after we've already been out of the slow section. I'll make it wider. I think that will be a bit more fun. Because you see those are basically everything you find it slow, but there's a data whisper for that. No. In the last 3 or 4 months I've actually been working almost exclusively in Blueprint. Still slow as hell. Anyway, I'll give my wrist a break. I'm done for now. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Hopefully my wrist is better at that point.